Hey everybody, and welcome to the POS Podcast. We've got a pretty full podcast tonight. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. And tonight's with me, I have Jax Blade.
Konnichiwa, Komi-san.
Don't do that.
Tatabayo. Okay.
And,
just do it to make Hirasashi.
We have Hirasashi.
Good morning, because apparently it's morning according to Jax.
Oh.
Yeah, it is.
And we have a special guest, Pan Pizza.
Yes, it's me again. I'm here. Yes, no one can see my face.
Yeah.
I had a pan pizza one time in Chicago.
Yeah.
It was really good.
When I worked at Domino's, the cooks always hated making pan pizzas.
Why?
They have to grease down the pan to put up the dough in, and one time somebody ordered like 10 of them at once.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Was it
Could
for
you
a
imagine
prank?
10?
No,
pans
it was
at
for a
one
party.
time?
Okay.
An
I thought it was
entire
one of those
pan
situations.
pizza army. My favorite type of episode is whenever a main character clones himself and has a bunch of clones of himself running amok.
That is a really common cartoon trope,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
It's in a lot of things.
I like the one in the Fosters where Blue did it, and he had all those rip-offs of Blue.
Yeah, and they were trying to figure out which one was him. He was just like, it came down to those last two that looked exactly alike.
They wanted to go see the ice charades.
Yeah. That was such a good episode.
Yeah, Ponies did it too.
Tony's did it. Maybe Dexter?
Challenge Showdown.
For some reason, I'm feeling like Dexter did it
Yeah,
too.
with Dee Dee. With Dee Dee.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. Mhm.
And then there was, I think SpongeBob did it recently. You know what? SpongeBob actually had like a really interesting episode recently where they like all went back to their primal states. Where, like so, and it was like Pearl turned back into a sperm whale. Mr. Krabs turned into a crab. Pufferfit, Miss Puff turned into Pufferfit. They all turned into their actual sea forms. And Sandy was like, "Oh well, what's the big?" And Squidward turned into a giant octopus, and they realized the other fish were eating each other. And like, okay, this is really dangerous. And so like, Miss Puff was trying to eat Mr. Crab. It was like it was actually entertaining. I was like, wow, this is SpongeBob.
SpongeBob did it. Naruto did it, and all those clones, right?
Simpsons did it in
Doesn't
that
count.
Treehouse of Horror.
Doesn't count.
Say what, failure?
I said Simpsons did it in the Treehouse of Horror episode.
Oh, there you go.
Was there one of He-Man and He-Man and Skeletor did battle, and they had like a bunch of tiny little He-Man and Skeletors going at it?
I think you're right. I actually think he's right. Oh my god! I think I remember. I'm not sure. I can't pinpoint it.
By the way, if you hear another voice, that's my friend Nesca here.
Yeah, Nesca.
Hey.
Hi, Nesca.
Hey.
Who are you, Nesca? Why are you
Wait.
here?
Is
I
it
was
Nesca?
here to watch cringy Christmas stuff.
Yeah, I invited her over, and then I realized, oh wait, I got to record a podcast with Paleo today. Whoops. So, we're trying to watch a Thugaboo Christmas created by the Wayans brothers.
That sounds like it can't be good. Like,
wow,
by
that sounds dope, dog.
Yeah,
It's like a song,
East Side.
Peanuts.
basically, yeah. It is terrible, but what do you got going on, Paleo? What's the news, or what do you do on these podcasts?
Yeah, we talk about trailers and video games and cartoons and all that. So before we get started, though, some of you may know about the weird Patreon thing going on. So I set up a patron thing on Podbean. So if you want to support the podcast, I have a link in the description of this live stream and the video once it goes up. For like a patron thing for Podbean. So if you want to support the podcast specifically, and especially if you listen to it as its audio form, because hosting costs money every month. So just having like a little bit of money to throw at that every month is nice. So if you want to be a patron of that rather than Patreon, then that'd be fine. And then so we got a super chat in here really early from Soundboard, and it's from. He wants me to tell you, Pan, that Topo Chico tastes bad.
Rude.
But it's true. It doesn't taste good.
No, it's mineral water. It's an acquired taste.
Very terrible acquired taste.
I was like that when I was a child, with like terrible undeveloped taste buds, but eventually as I got older, Topo Chico mineral water, that's good stuff, you know.
It's not good
Wait,
stuff.
is that the like literally just water but carbonated?
Yeah.
See?
Dude, carbonated water is good, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have chronic
I heard it
bloating,
makes you
so it
fit.
helps.
Right, it helps you get like filled apparently if you're or feel full. So I should try liking it a little more.
Yeah.
But
So I
like,
Did you
don't
put some
go
lemon
on
juice in it?
Nexium, but you know,
Mm.
it gave me chronic bloating, but I'm fine now. I just get bloaty sometimes.
All right. So I'm not sure how many questions we'll be able to do because there's a lot of stuff to talk about tonight.
Mhm.
So if we do get to questions, like you can ask on Twitter or use super chats. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started with the first trailer, which is the earliest trailer on this, is the Infinity War trailer, which came out last week. Was it last week? Or
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like I think last week. It was in December.
yeah. So
That.
I really like the Marvel movies, and like especially after seeing Justice League and seeing this trailer, I'm like, man, I'm gonna like this a lot more than Justice League, just from the trailer.
I think we can like a lot of things more than Justice League.
Yeah.
You know what? I also found out the secret to living a long-lasting life is breathing. Okay, wow. So there you go. So it's one of those things. Like, to me, it's so funny to think that if the people had just did well with Superman Returns, they could have started this Justice League thing years ago.
Yeah, like way back in 2006.
Yeah, exactly. They would have had the best besides his "oh, if you did" voices like that. They could have had like something so well done. But yeah, Infinity War is just, it's so incredible to be like, this started in like 2008. And now
Yeah.
it's just literally a decade later, and you follow it and seeing this. And since it's the brothers who did Winter Soldier and Civil War, I like trust them that they're not going to do a thing where, you know, like pull an Ultron on us, where Ultron looked all intimidating in the trailers, and then he's like, "Oh, you got strings on me, I got no strings," and stuff like that. And he's just doing all these jokes. Like, I don't want Thanos to be singing like, "Oh, like a genie song" or something like that, like laughing or something. So, but
So,
I'm hyped for it.
Speaking of
That
Thanos,
robot Ultron. Ultron just reminded me of that bad guy from Frisky Dingo, Death Kill.
oh my god, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I didn't even think of that.
It's so true, though. It is accurate.
So speaking of Thanos, though, a lot of people have been using the image of Thanos and just like editing it. And one of my favorites,
memeing it up.
yeah, one of my favorites is him as that guy from Pawn Stars. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
I also saw one like as him as Homer Simpson carrying a donut.
Yeah, that's the first one I saw.
He just looks like Bruce Willis to me.
Yeah,
He does.
it's
Saber actually brought up
as the actor.
Yeah, and Saber Spark brought up a very valid point. It looked like if you mixed Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bruce Willis, and Ron Perlman together and just like that face, it looked like a purple version.
The ultimate bald guy.
The ultimate bald alpha.
I'm the big old loser. The one I saw on Tumblr of he's Mr. Dink from freaking
Oh yeah,
from Doug. He's like, "Hey Douglas, check out this super high tech Infinity Gauntlet.
Very
expensive." I think I was at work when I saw that, and I was just like dying.
Like they don't come
Stupid.
up for like 50 movies, and it's like finally he's gonna do something.
yeah.
You're right. Exactly. Just sitting there.
Yeah,
And I look
when did they first tease him? It was a
2012.
while
It was at the
ago.
end of Avengers.
2012.
Right.
At the end of
Yeah.
Avengers and stuff like that. Because it was just like he just showed up at the end of Avengers, and like people who didn't read the comics. To me, it's fascinating what the MCU does, because like if you go back to 2004, like no one really knew who like Iron Man and Captain America
Yeah,
was.
like,
unless you
when Iron Man came out, I was like, I'm not gonna
Mhm.
see it because I don't know Iron Man as well as I do the like Spider-Man or Superman. But
Right,
like now
exactly.
everybody knows Iron Man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the fascinating thing, that they took characters that, like, as comic book fans, you see them for years and see them in like the 90s cartoon series, and then they made them like so mainstream. Like for years ago, like if you ever told someone, "Oh yeah, a movie about a freaking guy in space with a talking tree and talking raccoon is going to be one of the biggest hits," and it's just like, what? And then it was Guardians of the Galaxy was incredible. So I'm really fascinated by what they do. I just hope that he does not act like, if you've ever seen the 90s Silver Surfer cartoon,
Oh,
Thanos in that is a trip. Like he's like this poetic guy who's just like, "Yes, my love, I I must do all this stuff to appease you, Death. And he has this really fancy way of talking, and it's just
it really doesn't seem like it from the trailer. He seems like he's like on a mission to just get these Infinity Stones.
Yeah, like a dude who just got out of jail. Like, that's my Infinity Stone punk.
I forget there was a Silver Surfer cartoon, and remember there was those commercials that was like a crossover with King of the Hill.
Oh yeah.
I see that on Tumblr a lot now. Like Hank Hill's like, so I use propane and propane accessories. What do you use for that surfboard? Something.
Oh god.
Like that was like some sort of piece of lost media for a while, and people found it and confirmed, yeah, this is real. Like for fun, for some reason, Fox promoted King of the Hill on Fox Kids.
Yeah, it's really weird.
They did. Oh, they promoted a lot of stuff back in the day. Like, it was like I loved when when Fox Kids and Foxbox were around, they would always like cross promote stuff together just to show you like, oh, let's watch these shows or something like that. I think they did a few with The Simpsons too, but like it was interesting. But I'm hyped for Thanos.
I remember they also had there was a lot of strange early Fox box shows before they were for kids, like Stargate Infinity, the cartoon series.
There was a Stargate cartoon?
Yes.
Yeah,
there was. It was on yeah, dude. Oh god, it was actually it's one of those things like if you go back and watch it, I'm pretty sure it'd be crap, but as a kid it was like, oh my god, this is
So
it aired at like 7 a.m. Like I had to wake up super early just to catch a glimpse of it, and it was there for like a day and it was gone.
Yeah. It was like that in Cubics. Like that.
Oh, I have a ton
oh my god, Cubics.
I feel like we were talking about that recently.
What, Cubics?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were.
Oh yeah, me and Jax were.
Oh.
It was like a transformer that was also like a Rubik's Cube in a way.
Right.
Yeah, my cousin had the toy.
Okay, I had the toy of Cubics, and like that thing was very flimsy. Like he was meant to be taken apart and assembled in different forms, but it was hard to keep him standing straight up. And I remember I posted about that online, and some jerk, I was 14 at the time, but some jerk comes along and replies to me saying, maybe you just don't know how to take care of your toys. And part of me wishes I could like go back to that one commenter and say, how dare you? I am 48 years old. I know how to take care of my Cubics toys.
So I guess moving on to other trailers, because there's still a whole bunch of trailers we got to talk about. One that released just this week was Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which is something I'm excited about because I like dinosaurs. And I love the Jurassic Park franchise. But this looks so dumb, and I love it. It looks incredibly dumb.
The thing with me is Jurassic Park, like, honestly, okay, I think objectively, the first one is just iconic. Everyone loves the first movie. If you don't like the first movie, it's great. Second one, I like it, and you like it, Paleo, and it's just one of those things where I'm not sure how anyone else in this call likes the second one. To me, I just liked it because there was 2 T-Rexes, and they doubled it up and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they brought the T-Rex to the mainland, which I loved.
Yeah, exactly. And then
which
it
looks like they're going to do in this one from the trailer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like to me, it's the thing with Jurassic.
So I'm not sure if it's just going to be like a rehash of Lost World or not.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. It's just going to be a remake of Lost World. Like, you know, there's certain aspects of it, but the thing I don't like about it is, I mean, what else can you sort of do with the thing? Because I honestly thought a dragon was going to show up. To be honest, like I thought you mixed a cuttlefish, a T-Rex, and a raptor and made this genetic monster. Oh, the T-Rex isn't good enough for you, so I thought, oh well. Freaking dragons, let's genetically alter a dragon, just put some pterodactyl wings on the Rex or something like that. So I wasn't expecting anything big or anything like that. So I'm curious what they're going to do in this movie.
I saw that some people were kind of upset that the T-Rex in the trailer like just bites the Carnotaurus that they see, because the Carnotaurus in the book Lost World had some abilities where it was kind of sort of like the main antagonist of the Lost World, the book, where the Carnotaurus could like go camouflage, and it had like these chameleon eyes because it was mixing with like different reptiles' DNA. And they actually have a Carnotaurus like that in the Lost World arcade game, where it
I remember that.
Yeah, it goes camouflage and you can't see it.
Game.
Yeah,
really. Huh.
Yeah, of all the things to reference the book, the arcade game did it right.
The arcade game, right? Interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting, man.
I remember there was a monster that shat on you in the arcade game.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, there
the
was
only
just
thing I
like
remember.
a bunch of like the Brachiosaurus or like Mingosaurus, one of the long necks was like shitting, like shits at the screen.
One of the long necks.
Long necks.
What are you like a
Three
three horn?
horns.
Three
Three
horns don't
horns?
play with long necks.
Three horns. Friends for dinner. What's the chat? Oh god. Love you.
Yeah, but what do you guys think? Do you think it's gonna be? I don't think it's gonna be as good as Jurassic World or any of the others. I think this might actually be the worst one.
Well, it looks interesting. I mean,
You saw the trailer?
yeah, I saw the trailer.
Oh.
I mean, why wouldn't you see the trailer, Pan?
I didn't. I don't know. I usually wait for trailers to be. I don't know.
You're just lazy, that's what you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks really cool. I mean, the islands blowing up.
It has an island. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
agree.
blowing up.
There's
really
a
cool.
volcano.
Apparently, they're supposed to have being brought like some other dinosaur, like just a bee or something. I don't remember what
Yeah,
it's called.
dinosaurs. They exist. I agree.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. You know what? I think that the thing about this movie, also a thing that really bothers me. It didn't bother me in Jurassic World because the ending of Jurassic World. I don't care what anyone says. That ending got me
like
hype.
when
That
when I,
was insane.
when I saw it in the
Yeah.
theater with Saber, because I was in Minneapolis at the time. Like the
Oh,
audience
yeah.
was like losing it.
Yeah, dude, that was like the hypest. Like that was the part where you just like throw your critic brain out and go, let your kid out. Just let your kid just get
Yeah.
hyped. Like when you rewatch that scene minus the hype or looking at this trailer minus hype, it's just like it's so sad to me that the '90s T-Rex and the one from Lost World they look so much better. Like you look at them in the movie.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I think it's like with the combination between the animatronics and the originals.
yeah, I guess so. But it's one of those things where. Also, they always showed up in the rain, so the darkness probably helped them as well.
Yeah.
But like, it's one of those things you just watch.
Yeah,
and
this
you're
is like in broad daylight.
Yeah,
which is weird that
exactly.
this is in
Also-
broad daylight and so was Jurassic World.
I mean, still, the
Yeah,
first
it
Jurassic
was.
Park movie did have some like iffy, fully CG creatures.
No, I agree with you there. Like the even though it looks great, it was great back then. The long neck, I can't. I would just call them long necks. Like looking at that today, it looks. I mean, it still looks great, but it's not as well kempt.
All right, I got one super chat before we move on to the next trailer. That relates to
Okay.
what we're talking about now. It says, what would ruin this movie for you, Paleo? And I don't know, because like I like all the Jurassic Parks, and like even if people think they're bad, like even if this is like the most horrible like plot hole ridden thing ever, I'll probably still like it because it's Jurassic Park and dinosaurs. But
What if it's a
I'll admit
crossover
it's
with
bad.
Transformers.
I'll enjoy it though.
What if the Transformers show up and then you see like I'm Grimjaw? And he like shows and they get into a fight.
The Tron. What are the dinosaur robots called?
Dinobot.
Dinobots.
Yeah, the
No,
Dinobots.
Beast Wars. Yeah, the Beast Wars thing. Yeah.
I just
Oh
remember.
my gosh, that show looks so bad. If you go back and look
So
at it,
does
it's like,
Reboot.
oh.
Hey.
No, I think Dino Wars looks worse, my guy. Like, oh my god, it looks really bad.
I'm wondering, like, did this really happen? Did Cartoon Network America like play Jurassic Park 3 once?
Did
Yes.
it? Yeah,
Yes, they
it did.
Yeah,
I
they
remember
did.
that too.
Because I remember because they played the freaking. I remember like flipping the TV and seeing the T-Rex fight, and I was just like. And me and Paley actually had talked about this the other day because we were like saying, "Is this a movie you should show to kids?"
Yeah, because like
even though we saw
as
it,
far as like stuff that where people get killed, like there's a bunch of stuff I saw as a kid where like things humans get murdered in some way. Like I watched Jurassic Park when I was like 4, and also Terminator 2. So
Mm.
is that
Figures
all
in the
right for
80s.
kids to see?
It's
All
R-rated.
those had action
I
figures.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though
I
Jurassic
mean,
Park
one
is
don't end up
PG-13,
messed
but
up.
Terminator 2 is R, I think.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's R-rated.
Yeah.
Although I feel like if Terminator 2 would come out today, I think all they need to do is get rid of like the ass shot of Schwarzenegger, and it's like I think it'd be PG-13. but-
It's weird because, like, I don't know. I watched a whole bunch of stuff where people are murdered brutally, and I played a whole bunch of video games where people are murdered brutally when I was little. And I am like the least like confrontational, like most passive.
Funny enough, I didn't see any movies where sex happened.
Those
You
are
don't see Star
weird,
Trek
especially when you're watching it with like your family. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, can you like,
Yeah.
like why?
Because like I
No.
rewatched Terminator 1, or actually I watched Terminator 1 for the first time last year, and there's the sex scene, and I was like, oh, that's why I didn't see it as a kid.
Mhm.
But I saw Terminator 2.
Well,
Like, does this enhance your movie, or does it just make people in the audience feel weird? Like, come on.
what about did you ever see Starship Troopers as a kid?
I did in theater, but I don't remember the sex scene.
There were shower
man, the
scenes.
sex
Yeah,
scene-
there's showers, like there's like nudity in Starship Troopers, but I don't think there's like outright sex.
Yeah, there is a sex scene.
Is there?
You- I mean,
I
you
thought
don't
they were
see,
just
like-
about to do it, and then
Yeah.
like,
Oh no, okay, so basically the girl like takes her top off and they're making out and stuff like that, and then they like do it, but they pan away. So I guess it's topless kissing. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, you're right. There you go.
They pan away. Ha.
wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow.
Sorry.
That was good. I like that. That was great.
All right, let's move on to the next trailer. This is something that I showed Jax yesterday.
Oh yeah,
Or
this
was it
weird
the
thing.
other The
Yeah.
Attila, or is it Attila, or is it Attila? Battle
Attila,
Angel? It's based on a
the
manga.
anime.
Yeah.
Battle Angel Alita.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alita.
Like Kolioko's Alita.
Oh.
Code Lyoko. Wow, I haven't thought about that show in a hot minute.
That's what I do. I
Talk
bring
about
up obscure cartoons nobody remembers.
Remember
Yeah.
that for-
So this
Um.
I don't know what to think of this because I didn't know anything about the manga, or there's also an OVA, but I believe
Eh.
of this. I think there is.
Yeah, there is. Did you
Yeah.
see it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, I remember my uncle had that when I was a kid. And so like I was looking back to yesterday when we watched it. I was like, I think I've seen this before, and I went back and looked at it. I was, oh yeah, I remember that faintly, but I don't remember like the storyline or anything that happened of it. But yeah.
Mhm.
Alita.
The eyes. What the fuck?
I know.
Oh gosh, is it anime or not?
Yeah, the thing is,
Okay.
like, I was talking about this with Jax yesterday, or it might have been the day before, about how, like, oh yeah, she's like a robot, so it's fine. But then you see other robots in the trailer, and like they have normal size human eyes, so it's like,
It's like when Mario goes to New Donk City. It's like,
yeah.
what the-
Yeah, it's so true. Well, you know what's funny about that is Double Toasted did a thing where they were talking about this trailer today, and Martin Thomas said this really funny thing. He said, this movie looks like a sequel to the movie Big Eyes, which the main guy was in. And so it's just like, it's so perfect because it really does look like a sequel to that movie.
I mean, like, it just looks like Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within.
Oh my god, you're right.
That is not a movie I wish to remember. No. I remember getting so hyped going over to my friend's house. I was like, oh, yo, Final Fantasy movie, let's go. I was like, this is not
Yes.
Final Fantasy.
Well, somebody in
Oh
the
my
chat said
God.
Mars needs moms too.
Oh,
Oh God, no. No.
no, they have enough moms up there.
Yeah.
One's enough. But
Alright.
like Battle, I mean, it would have worked better if she looked like a porcelain doll or a plastic doll.
yeah, if like her face was like all white and sort of like,
Yeah.
more like a robot.
Mhm.
I mean, she's
Mhm.
supposed to be uncanny, but she just looks like a CG effect and not really
Yeah.
there. But they made her look like plastic, like she looked more realistic since plastic's easier to animate.
Yeah.
I mean, this movie's still 6 months off, so I'm sure they'll fix the CG because there's a lot of trailers where CG looks
I doubt it.
different. I mean,
Hopefully.
hopefully, I mean, I don't know. This movie just looks like
Yeah.
when I
Because
saw
she
this
looks like Anne
trailer.
Hathaway.
I saw this trailer and I was like, we're really doing this? This looks like one of those colossal failure type movies, you know, where
Yeah.
they give somebody too much money and like, this is what you made. What the fuck?
That's true.
All right, next trailer. Let's talk about Spider-Man, but not
Yeah.
Peter
Yeah.
Parker Spider-Man, Miles Morales Spider-Man.
Made by Sony. Sony
Yeah, Sony
animated
Pictures
that?
Animation. So I'm
Sony
like,
Pictures
what?
It looked
Yeah.
really good for Sony. Like,
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it seemed like they were hopeless, like, oh, the Emoji Movie and The Star, but then they come out with this, and it's like, whoa, there's still
Yeah.
hope in this studio.
right.
well,
I mean-
it's one of those things where you look at the. Oh God. I'm hyped for it because I just like the idea that Miles Morales, like, I'm so tired of having to explain to my friends who don't watch the cartoons or read comics, like, yes, there is a black Spider-Man. Yes, he can turn
Yeah.
invisible. Yes, he can sting people. Like, that's his powers and stuff like that. And so you can finally see it right there. So I'm looking forward to it and stuff like that. But it's one of those things where even Corey brought this up. Well, I know I keep referencing Double Toes, but Corey brought up a really good point where he brought up the fact that he has that afro.
Yeah,
he's putting on the
I
mask,
saw
and
that
it's just
earlier
like,
today.
Mhm.
yeah, it to me it's so true. Like, I wish I didn't see it, but it's so true. Like, having that afro, it just would pop off. It just like, oh god,
I mean, this movie, it seems like something like you would hear about, and it would be like, hey, here's a lost pitch to a Spider-Man movie that never happened, except it's actually happening. But
Yeah.
even though it just looks like this strange thing that you'd never think a Hollywood studio would make.
Yeah. And
There's-
at the end of the trailer, you see like Miles talking to Peter Parker, or what we assume to be Peter Parker.
yeah.
Wasn't
Hopefully
he
they didn't
talking
kill him
to
off.
a gravestone that
Yeah,
said
they
like
showed,
P?
like a gravestone with the first name with PP on it.
Yeah,
So,
but like he's
Yeah,
he's
because
in the
remember,
su-
Peter Parker
yeah,
got
he's in-
killed originally.
Yeah, he's in the subway and he's talking to Peter Parker, and he's asking him, "Wait, there are more? There's how many of us?
Right.
Us meaning Spider-Man, I guess."
Yeah, because in the comic books, what happened was he was in the Ultimate Universe because Peter Parker was like killed by his villains, so he came and took over. And then his uncle, the Prowler, like you saw riding his bike across, and who Donald Glover played in the MCU Spider-Man Homecoming film. You got to see Peter comes back from like an alternate universe, and for some reason they transferred Miles over to the mainstream universe and stuff like that. And then, I mean, it's just like a whole bunch of stuff that get into, but I hope he were in there because I don't want them to just drop Black Spider-Man, like, oh, there he is. Like, well, where's Peter? We want Peter and stuff like that.
Yeah, they'll probably explain it in the movie, and I'm just hoping for a cameo by Spider-Gwen. That'd be nice.
Yeah, same here. That'd be awesome.
I didn't know much about going into this trailer, so because I saw a lot of people talking about Spider-Gwen, for some reason, specifically at the time I watched this trailer, I'm sure there's something going on with her right about now. But like when I watched this trailer, I was like, oh, that's Spider-Gwen, right? It's gonna be the female Spider-Man, and it's like, no, I'm Miles. I was like, oh,
yeah,
sure,
yes, Spider-Gwen has a very different costume.
Yeah,
isn't it like pink-ish?
Yeah,
It's,
wait,
it's,
I mean,
it's
like, yeah, she's white and
pink and blue. Yeah, and she has
Yeah,
sort of like,
gender colors.
Yeah, she has sort of like a hoodie with like spiderweb design in it. It looks really cool.
Yeah, she had the coolest design.
Yeah.
But does the choppiness, the choppy frame rate bother anyone? I mean, I'm fine with it, but I can see it being a turnoff.
Some parts do. Like, there are some scenes where it fits perfectly. Like when he's like jumping across, I'm like, oh, that looks incredible. But there are some parts where he's just like moving and like going up a bit. That I'm just like, I don't know if I want to see that in the theater on the big screen. I feel like if they fixed it a bit, but I don't know. Like, I think it'll grow on me.
Yeah, because like the sort of choppiness, I feel like I would expect that on TV, but not in a theater.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know,
exactly.
Tron Uprising did the same thing.
Tron Uprising? Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
The Disney XD show.
Yeah.
Oh, also, you know who the guy who's playing Spider-Man in this one is he was some kid on the Incredible Crew, and he was in one of my favorite movies, Dope.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dope.
yeah.
He was.
Yeah, like I remember a lot of people saying in when that movie came out, like that this kid should play Static Shock because he has like a lot of the same problems being a nerd kid in high school and stuff. It's like, well, but now he gets to be Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's a great actor, so he deserves that. So
Yeah, the Incredible
Dope is
Crew
great.
didn't kill his career.
All right. All right. Last trailer before we get into other stuff. This trailer just released yesterday. It's Ready Player One, the second trailer, or I guess the first full trailer, because the first one we got over this was it summer? Was like a teaser.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ready Player One. So there's like a big like divide with this trailer because there's people who are saying like, oh, this movie's gonna be references and just is gonna suck, like all that, and then people who have like read the book and are like, no, it's gonna be great, and then here I'm like, I'll watch it.
Right.
I was looking up like images of the movie, and I was like, nope, I don't want to look at anymore. I want to come into this movie surprised because I saw these things like, whoa, that thing's in here, that thing's in here, that thing's in here.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like once you showed like Iron Giant's like my personal favorite animated film like all time. Like I love Iron Giant so much, but so when I saw him, I was just like, oh my god! And then like seeing Chucky doing like backflips, I was like, what the heck? They got Chucky and Freddy in here, and then like Trailer, like all these people. So I'm excited just to see that aspect of it. But yeah, it's one of those things. I guess you could get tired of like just, oh, I get it. Look at that, because everyone keeps posting the Red Letter Media stuff.
Yeah,
you know, like
and
I noticed and I clapped.
yeah, I saw it and I clapped.
How like what is the licensing price to make this movie? Like
it's Steven Spielberg. He can get whatever he wants.
Yeah,
yeah, Steven Spielberg. You have like. His like running thing is just like, I made all of these iconic things. You know me.
But he's saying that like I don't want to use a lot of my stuff in there. It's like, no, do it, please.
Yeah,
I want to see the Jurassic Park T-Rex in there.
What is even the plot of this movie?
Yeah, the plot of the movie is like the creator of the VR MMO died, and he said I hid an Easter egg, and like anybody who gets it gets like $500 billion. So it's sort of like a rat race type movie.
Shit. Like I want it to be like the ultimate showdown. Like if you remember that Flash cartoon.
Yeah.
Good lord.
The ultimate showdown. All these characters are fighting in like a Kingsman church type scene, but on a whole nother level, and it's just one must survive.
Yeah, it seems like there's going to be a huge battle of something.
Yeah.
When does Ultimate Showdown come out?
2005.
Was it 5?
I thought it was 4. I thought it was like that long ago.
Back when
for some reason, I thought you guys were talking about Shaolin Showdown for a second, and my brain was just like, what?
But Deli18 in the chat said at first I thought this was an upcoming Overwatch movie. Blizzard, just do it.
Yeah, they have
right.
What's her name?
You had the fun.
Tracer there. Stretch. I never got her name.
Stretcher.
Good old Stretcher.
Stretcher.
Good old Lucky.
I love the cavalry's here. Just stretches her arms out.
Like stretch before she runs. Safer. Stretch before a workout.
Ultimate Showdown's 2005.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question for y'all. So, like, if there's a movie you really want to see, but you don't want to see the trailer, so you don't watch the trailers online, like, do you just if that trailer plays in a movie theater when you go see a movie, do you just like walk up and leave when that?
If it plays in the movie theater, I'm like, well, it's here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
funny
watch
enough,
trailers.
I've been really good about avoiding Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Like because it hasn't even like played much in the movies I've seen, so I'm like, okay.
Yeah. But I don't even know what happens in the next Star Wars. Like, all I know from the trailer is Rey has her hand on the ground and grabs some dirt, and that's it. And I close my eyes for the rest.
Put some fingers in the ears.
Actually, wait. When we were watching the Pony movie, there was one trailer I avoided. I cannot remember what it was though. But I like literally covered my ears and just went like la 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 la. But I cannot remember what it was. I don't remember.
What was it?
I don't remember that being short. I just remember that short.
I was sitting next to Laura, so maybe she remembers.
Yeah, I have no idea because I can't think of like anything from this year that you would be excited about.
Yeah, you're right.
After the Pony movie.
Was it? Well, do you know what you were excited for, Yurasashi? Like because that could probably.
Oh, I know. I think. Was it? No. Was it Isle of Dogs?
Yes,
it might have been Isle of Dogs.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the Wes Anderson stop motion movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's all the trailers. Anything anybody else has to say before we move on?
Nah.
About Ready Player One.
That
Alright.
long-legged. Have you seen the memes for that long-legged thing?
Oh yeah, because
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
poster. Okay, if you look up the Ready Player One poster, there's a poster where the main character is like climbing a ladder, and his leg looks really long. But there's someone who like analyzed it and said, yes, this is how the leg normally looks. So
Yeah,
it just
like it kind of
Okay.
looks like they took a photo and then just like
stretched it.
yeah.
Oh, well,
So
I'll be damned.
anyway,
So there you go.
yeah, let's move on. There's something that me and Hero watched on Thursday, and that was the Game Awards.
Whoa,
Whoa.
it happened.
Yeah, it happened. There was a few announcements and a few games that won some awards.
Yes.
Some specifically relating to, or one specifically relating to animation, and that's Cuphead.
Yes,
it won a
I'm
couple
glad
of
for
awards.
Cuphead,
Mm-hmm.
Damn game.
Yeah, it won best debut indie game and best art direction.
which
So-
it deserves both of those absolutely.
Yeah,
Deserves best art direction. Don't know about the game thing.
Man, you just mad because it's hard.
I am salty. I'm salty. I was so salty. Yeah.
yeah. But there's a bunch of announcements. Like they announced that Bayonetta 1 and 2 are coming to Switch, and there's going to be a Bayonetta 3. So
Which
I'm
was
really
outstanding.
glad
I was
about
like, yeah.
um
Bayonetta's my favorite hack and slash, so
yeah.
glad
And
it's getting a thing.
Zelda won Game of the Year, which I'm happy about because I love Breath of the Wild.
Of course it did.
And Persona 5 won Best RPG.
It did.
Yeah, and they
again,
skipped over-
another thing. Yeah, it stinks because it was weird. Like they had all these categories, but like only some of them were like presented as like actual categories that matter with like best nominee and then like whatever, and then they show like all the footage for all the games, and they say the winner is they only did that for a couple. Some of them they were just like, oh yeah, best narrative, this best RPG, that they just like slammed through a
Yeah,
whole
it's
bunch
kind of
of
weird
awards.
which
It's
ones
like,
they
what?
prioritized. Because
They prioritized best esports player,
yeah, best
over,
esports
like,
player
best
and best
RPG?
like trending gamers, and like you don't have those kinds of awards for like the Oscars or like the Golden Globes. You don't have like the best critic. You're like, no, no, don't do that.
Game.
Right.
I remember the Cartoon Network had their Hall of Game Award. It was their sports award show, and one of the awards was gnarliest noob.
That's disgusting.
Which
No,
was for,
dude, it's like
uh,
Stranger Things tubular, bro.
Oh my.
it was for like their newest, I don't know, up and coming athletes or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
But yeah.
mentioning the Oscars. So there was this one
Oh,
part of the Game
no.
Awards that is like the
Oh,
cringiest
no.
part, where
I almost walked away from my computer.
Yeah,
Like, dead
it
serious.
was so
I
hard to
couldn't
watch.
handle.
Joseph Fares, who's like behind this that game Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, which is a really good game, and he's going to have a game coming out soon, A Way Out.
Is he? I don't know anymore.
Yeah, like I rewatched the thing, and he didn't exactly say what I thought he said, because I thought he was like dissing EA, even though he's working like with EA for this game.
Mhm.
But that's not exactly what he said. So that was my mistake. I was just recalling it wrong. So yeah, he just came up and like flipped off the camera and said, "Fuck the Oscars," and like he went on for like 4 minutes, almost like 5 minutes probably.
It was so bad.
Like just like rambling on, and like I have a picture here of him like pointing at the camera, and like Jeff Keighley is just like,
please stop.
yeah, please stop. Like all our advertisers are gonna leave.
I forgot Jeff Keighley existed.
Yeah, he's the one that is basically keeping the Game Awards alive.
Remember, like, okay, well, it's not as bad as like the Spike TV Gamer Awards or nothing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
There was one
This one was
terrible
better. It's been improving year by year. I think this
Yeah.
one's probably been the best one.
because I remember this one terrible scene in the Spike TV Game Awards. It was just some model lady, and she just says, "I love SEX." Don't you mean SSX? What? That's
I
what meant to say.
remember that legit. Wow.
Oh my God.
Worst. I think it was like
remember that. Yeah.
well,
Oh my
one of
God.
those celebrities that are nerd celebrities, like Elizabeth Daily or something. That's a
Yeah.
name I just made up. Name's so hang on. I don't know. It's one of those names.
What, Elizabeth Daily? Don't you mean E.G. Day with Tommy Pickles' voice or something?
Yeah.
No,
Cameron
that,
Cruz.
That reminds me. They also had a category for best student game, and like it was like iJustine who came up there presenting it, and she said, and the nominees for best student film are, and it was like,
Ooh, you messed up, lady.
yeah.
But you got your game of the year.
Yeah,
Zelda.
which is the first time
Congratulations.
Nintendo's ever won it, because it seems like at these award shows, Nintendo's like snubbed a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at least for this specific award show.
Mm-hmm.
it was Felicia Day. I think that's what I remembered.
Oh
the
yeah,
name was.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I had
she's
to
with this
figure
too.
that one out.
I got my victory with Persona 5 winning the best RPG. If it didn't, I'd be like, what are y'all doing? Like,
Oh,
what
yeah,
are y'all doing?
About prioritizing the different categories. So yeah,
Right.
like best trending gamer, best esports player, but one that really got me is like, why does this even exist? Is best ongoing game.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
I get why they made it, because it's like, oh, games can last for a while, and like there's like a bunch of multiplayer games on there, but it's like, no, this category shouldn't even exist and shouldn't be presented. Shouldn't be
Kind of
One of the
presented
presented
when
ones.
others should be
Title.
presented. Like best
I'm
RPG.
just like, it really just blew me. Best RPG specifically blew me away that they just kind of like threw it in there. It's like, what?
yeah.
Also, I don't know if maybe I missed it and then just like firing off like category after category, but like, did they even say what the best fighting game was? Because I was like, it better be Tekken.
Oh yeah, they did, but I think it was one of those ones that they just set off, and it wasn't Tekken 7. It was Injustice.
It wasn't Tekken. It was Injustice.
Yeah.
Yeah! Woo! Take that! Yeah! I played that.
So Pan
the Turtles in it.
Hirosashi is a dedicated fighting game player, and he's
And he plays some BS.
What in the
like to
world?
Oh, do you see that announcement for what was it for the award show? I don't know. They finally announced they're gonna release the Street Fighter 30th anniversary.
Oh yeah, that's the next thing I'm going to talk about. Well, a couple of things. So we can go ahead and go to the Street Fighter thing, because there's also another Capcom related thing I want to talk about. So yeah, Street Fighter 30th anniversary collection, which
Yeah.
pretty excellent for people who like fighting games, but I don't play fighting games, so
So
Street Fighter's
here's,
awesome, though.
here's
I
why
don't
it's
play fighting games. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember the combos, but I do want to bone the characters.
here's
we all
why
do.
this matters to me personally. If they deliver as to what the trailer said arcade perfect gameplay,
Yeah.
which is never true ever on console ports.
Come on, we got
So-
next gen hardware here. We can do this.
So, you would think so, right? But no, they've never been arcade perfect. Specifically, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
Yeah, I know you
That game has
always
been-
talk about that one.
That game has never been ported correctly, not even
Not even on
once.
Sega
It's-
Saturn.
Was it on Saturn? It was on Dreamcast.
It was on
I don't think I
Dreamcast.
ever. Yeah, it was. Saturn was before this game was made. Yeah, but it's been ported to that. It's been tried to be emulated on the computer before. It's been ported to the PS2. It's been ported to PS3, Xbox 360. Blah blah blah. All these things, they all are not arcade perfect. I would just love to have one time because I played it on arcade cabs and I'm like, oh, this feels like marvelous. But like these ports can't get it right. And also it's an official PC release of this
Yeah.
game, which has never happened ever.
Hmm.
And it has online play.
Yeah.
All of that together. If they get it all right, I'll be like, finally, I can like play this game from like 1999 on my computer correctly.
And the
Thank
Switch
you.
version.
Yeah, there's a Switch
Yeah.
version too.
Which, because Capcom like earlier this year was like saying like, oh yeah, we'll support the Switch, and then like all of this year like barely anything from Capcom, and then now like with the Street Fighter collection and about to talk about it, the Mega Man 11, which was announced.
Hmm.
It's being supported on the Switch.
Do gamers like Capcom now again? Because there was that time when everybody hated them.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
people still hate them.
Yeah, I'm
it's
still
just
mad
like
at them.
they're not as bad as the other ones.
They're not.
They're not Konami.
Man,
They're not Konami, and they're not
Konami
EA.
it sucks. I'll tell Han this. I love rhythm games. They're like Probably over fighting games at this point. My favorite genre of game. I love them to death. And so, Bamani is a subdivision of Konami that makes rhythm games. And for the longest while, Konami is like messing up every other part of their like game lineup, but they left Bamani alone. So I'm like, Konami. I mean, they could be worse. I was trying to support them while everyone else was just hating on them. And then recently, they made a mistake with Bamani, and they kind of like snubbed all of their music making art or all their music artists. And now I'm like, all right, Konami, you suck. You're the little like filth of the world. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Like I'm on board with everyone else now. Konami is the worst.
Yeah. So Mega Man 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay!
Fighting robot.
Yeah, and actually, they also announced that like the Mega Man Legacy Collection is actually coming to the Switch now because before it wasn't for some reason.
NES games. Ooh, boy. Like, I just like if they can store like every Mega Man game basically. Just shove it all in one thing.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't know why they're not putting like both Legacy Collections on one.
Yeah, that'd be easier.
That'd be so easy.
And just throw in like all the weird stuff like Mega Man Soccer or
yeah,
that
Mega
one.
Man Soccer.
Mega Man Soccer is like an actually fun game. I love that game.
And
That's a contradiction because you can't make a fun game out of soccer.
They also announced that all of the Mega Man X games are going to be available on Switch. We don't know how yet, like if they're going to be in a collection or if they'll be like on just like on eShop or what. But that's really
what
nice.
eShop?
Yeah, and they're also I think they're also releasing them on PS4, Xbox One, and PC as well. All of the Mega Man X games. So, and the Mega Man X games are I've only played the first one, but it's fun.
Oh yeah, I had the one on the Game Boy Color. Ones that nobody else played. Mega Man Extreme 2. No, Battle Network's a different one, yeah.
Mega Man Extreme? I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, it's basically like a compressed port of Mega Man X. It has like a lot of the same villains like Chill Penguin and that octopus and
Chill Penguin and that octopus.
yeah.
Don't you love that octopus's stage?
Yeah, it basically was a Super Nintendo game somewhat.
All right. Moving on to a different topic, back to animation. Let's talk about the Annie Awards for a minute and their nominees.
That happened?
No, it hasn't happened yet. It happens in February, but they announced their nominees, and they have a huge snub.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Lego Batman wasn't nominated.
What the fuck?
That is some bull.
That was
We
one
can
of the
curse,
good
right?
animated
Like,
movies this year.
It's straight up the best. Actually,
Yeah,
I haven't
that
seen
was
Coco, so I can't say it.
Yeah, I haven't seen Coco because I don't like sad stuff. All right, but anyways, like I loved freaking the Lego Batman movie. I saw that like I saw actually 3 times. I saw it 3 times in theater. I just love that movie so much. I actually like it a lot more than the Lego movie. Like I love the Lego movie, but I really liked it a lot more than the Lego movie in my opinion. It's just I had so
that's
much.
probably because you like Batman more than I do.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's because I read the comic books, so like they had all these Easter eggs.
Yeah,
like,
there's a ton.
Like, all these things. And I was just like, oh, I got that reference. I kept doing the Captain America thing, and I was just like, it was fun. I had a lot of fun with that movie, and the thing that made me cement it, that kept cracking me up, like I was like crying when I heard it. It was just like I'm doing the Tom Hardy Bane voice, but it was like that. I thought that was funny. That cracked me up.
Despicable Me 3.
I know.
That's really the frustrating bit. Is Despicable Me 3 is on there before certain movies. It's like, are you guys like actually joking?
Like I made a video yesterday, and I was saying that Ferdinand isn't out yet. I haven't seen it, but I would probably prefer that than Despicable Me 3 or Boss Baby or having Cars 3 because
or like almost anything over it.
Yeah.
Boss Baby was not that bad. Like
it wasn't that bad, but I wouldn't say it's the like top 5 of this year.
I mean, everything you saw in the trailer to Boss Baby, that's like the first 20 minutes, and the rest of the movie just goes off the rails into a completely different film.
Yeah, it's really weird.
I love it.
And
it was alright.
we got like so many ranges.
But would you prefer Strange Magic to be in there, Paleo, since that's your favorite movie of all
Oh,
time?
that's like from 2015.
I know.
Years ago is what it feels
Strange
like.
Magic 2.
No, but yeah, and I know people probably didn't expect it, but like My Little Pony, the movie, like to have a chance to have another 2D animated movie nominated for once.
I
And
haven't seen
also,
Despicable Me 3 because you said it was so bad. But yeah, I had to imagine from what you say that the MLP movie was better than Despicable Me 3.
oh yeah, it's a hell of a lot better.
Mhm.
Um,
Are
I
we biased
feel
because
maybe
we're
they
horse
just-
fans, though?
Oh, what?
No, I was
Yes.
saying, like, are we biased?
yeah, we probably are
Because, like-
biased, but
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So,
I feel what happened is they just saw Lego Batman and My Little Pony as just commercials.
yeah, but these are animation people. This isn't the Oscars. They should know
Yeah,
better.
they don't- Well, they're probably old and they're like Lego movie. I don't understand. This is too fast for me. I can't handle this. I'll watch something slow.
Yeah.
I would've
Thing
been
is,
mad
like,
if they used
there
Lego Ninja
are some categories that Lego Batman is nominated in. That's the thing. Like, it's nominated for
okay.
like best directing and
Mhm.
something else, and also
that's
Ferdinand is
good.
also nominated in something. But My Little Pony isn't nominated for anything.
Oh,
Oh,
Which
you
is
know,
important.
you also spoke about the in the TV programming for kids section.
Yeah, like there's no
there's
DuckTales,
no
there's no Star
DuckTales, there's no Star. It's like,
Yeah.
what in the world?
yeah. The
How do you
nominees
skip
were
DuckTales? This is the one of the best looking things that has come out this year for animation. Like it's
okay. Well,
how do you
for
just
I'm looking at the categories: Best Animated Television Broadcast for Children. Buddy Thunderstruck. I love that show. Lost
Yeah,
in
still need to watch
Oz.
that.
Some crap on Boomerang. Nico and the Sword of Light. That's a good one. Tangled the series and We Bear Bears.
Yeah.
like We Bear Bears is neat, I guess. I don't think it is anywhere near in quality to again DuckTales or Starverse.
Yeah,
Like
Star versus.
I don't understand where those
Yeah,
cartoons
and
are.
I was just thinking, after I made the video yesterday about here's being a friggin' brony again. Season 7 of Ponies this year has actually been excellent. It's probably the best season they've ever made.
Hmm.
So I'm like,
Oh.
there's a recognition for that. At least like
Yeah.
nominated for writing.
Yeah.
Right.
Even Nolan loved the My Little Pony movie. He doesn't give a shit about My Little Pony.
Yeah, because like Hero, you were saying that like The Perfect Pair is like their best episode.
It's
they've ever
straight up
made.
the best episode.
Like, why
yes.
isn't that nominated for writing?
Almost freaking cried. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I did cry. No, that got me.
Oh yeah,
That
there's no
episode.
Loud House too, but I think I
Damn.
know the reason for that.
Yeah, we know the reason. Very sad.
There's a pretty good reason why that's not nominated.
Yeah,
Dude,
though
that-
we do have some other good nominees. BoJack's nominated in general audience, which is basically adult animation, and Samurai Jack.
Yeah, and also
Oh, yeah.
the Rick and Morty episode Pickle Rick is
Yeah,
nominated.
that's
So
nominated.
They
it could win an Annie Award. Pickle Rick.
They
Yeah.
nominated.
If
Stupid
that
Piece
wins,
of Shit
like
that
it's just
episode.
not gonna stop.
Please, no, it has
Please,
to. Win.
please give it to BoJack. They
No.
nominated the episode "Stupid Piece of Shit," which I think is the best episode from the season.
Do you? I think the second to last episode is the best one of the season. Personally,
Is that
I
the
think
one where?
I'm trying not to spoil it. I'm doing
Oh
my
yeah,
best.
that's why I kept myself
Scribbles.
talking.
Scribbles. They talk about scribbles. Yeah, I thought that was a
Hmm.
fantastic episode.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Stupid Piece of Shit is fun for like animation purposes. I guess. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, one big thing about My Little Pony not being nominated is that it's not nominated for music.
Aw.
Yeah.
When it was actually a pretty good musical.
Oh, you mean the movie? Yeah.
Yeah.
What in the world? Like 4 out of those 6 songs are like outstanding. Like, what?
Yeah. So and again, I kept saying this in the video. I'm gonna keep saying it here. Is that these are animation people? They should know better.
Yeah, they don't know. They're old.
I-
They're dying.
I know this seems morbid, but I think the fact that June Foray died this year, like, just like messed them up somehow.
Yeah, I was
Mhm.
thinking the same thing. I have to be honest.
Yeah, because if for those of you who don't know, June Foray in part like founded the Annie Awards. So
And you also know
Okay,
her as
I'm
the voice of Rocky.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
so there you go.
I'm looking at the music here. Cat in Underpants. I can't even remember one song from that movie. Was they like?
is it the ending song? Because the end song is by Weird Al.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't remember singing
Oh
one.
yeah.
Loving Vincent. Although that movie excelled in certain places, I wouldn't say its music was weird. Yeah, where's MLP movie? What in the world?
Yeah,
I
the
just-
thing that gets me, Olaf's Frozen Adventure is nominated in
Hmm.
music. Yeah,
I haven't
What,
seen
really?
it, so I can't comment.
No.
Yeah, me either.
yeah.
Is it not
I just-
worthy?
I just want to read this comment in the chat by Tygo Murta. It says, Morty, look, I'm Annie Award winning Pickle Rick.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Get ready for that in a few months.
Oh no.
Oh no. We have to
No,
stop.
Coco is nominated for music.
Coco's there. Yeah,
Coco's
that's
gonna
right.
win. I would think so.
Is the music in that movie really good? I
Yeah,
still
it
haven't
is.
seen it.
I
Okay.
like the music.
I should legit like I'm watching Black Mirror, and then on the weekend I'm gonna watch Coco. That is what's going to happen this weekend. I promise. Myself.
Yeah.
But yeah. There's a lot of things that like should have been nominated that came out this year. Because even though this year hasn't been too awful great for theatrical releases, there's a lot of things that really shouldn't have been nominated. But TV has been really good for animation, I think.
Right, yeah.
And there's a lot of things just missing here.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. Is DuckTales anywhere?
Nope.
In
it's not
entire
anywhere.
lineup?
Neither is Star Versus.
Like, I don't want to be rude, but are they like actually idiots? Like, look at the show, like, for real. Ah.
Yeah. All right. Next thing, a little quick thing to talk about. Is something that was announced is that next year there's going to be a My Hero Academia movie.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
Yes.
Anime
Oh,
movie or a
God.
live action movie?
It's an anime movie, so
Okay, I'm
it's
kind of
like
hoping Hollywood would pull some terrible.
No.
No. What have the Rock be All Might?
no.
If you
See, an anime has to be at least 20 years old before they try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
okay, I
God.
saw like a fake poster with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as All Might, and I'm like, I'm okay. If they
Yes,
do
I
that.
saw that too. The Rock is All Might. That'd be. Oh God.
I mean, The Rock's everyone else. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes,
is
it's
this
fine.
going to be like a side story in the anime, or is it going to be like directly related to what's happening in the anime?
Well, see, what's funny is okay. So I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't read the manga, but there's this big like thing that's going to happen next season, and it's the way the movie would have to be is you would have to do this like as a filler story, unless you're doing like your own like side story, because they did this all the time with various shows. They did this with Dragon Ball Z. They had countless movies that had nothing to do with the main plot of the series, and then they did it with like Yu Yu Hakusho and like Fairy Tail, all these like various anime shows. They've done this numerous times. So I honestly think it's just going to be a side story. If they did something that was going with it, because technically, will it? So I'll
Yeah,
word it
don't
like
don't,
this.
don't spoil anything
I'm
because like
I
I'm
won't
not
word-
reading
I
the
won't
manga.
spoil it. Thing, but I'll word it like this: like if they were to, they could take a good chunk of the third season and make it into a movie, and it would be an
That
amazing
might
movie.
be what
but
they're
that's all I'm
doing.
gonna say.
Because they said like third season's coming out next year, and so is this movie. So it might be just a part of the third season.
Right. Okay, so if it is a part of the third season, that's perfect to make a movie off of that certain thing, because big colossal thing makes you go damn. But then I think it just has to be a side story.
All right.
One Piece has done that time.
So yeah. So everybody who watches My Hero Academia, it's been great. Like if you haven't watched it, it's a really good like shonen anime.
Just shonen weebs rejoice.
Yeah. All right. Next thing, let's talk about a thing that's been going around. Do you like Zootopia?
Oh no,
Do you like abortion?
I like art. If that's what you mean.
We were just watching the abortion episode of South Park earlier.
So yeah, there's been this Zootopia comic going around where it's like it has like this anti-abortion message.
Okay,
Where,
well,
like,
actually, it turns out the author intended for it for choice, and for some reason it just doesn't come off that way.
It doesn't come off that way at all.
It doesn't.
Yeah. So
I got home after seeing these memes splattered all over everywhere that I visited on the internet. I was messaged a ton of them, so I was like, all right, let me go read this comic. I asked Paleo to link it to me, and I read it. I was like, this art is outstanding, first of all. It's really good artwork, but everything else is so bad. Like, just so bad.
Like, have this guy draw art and then have somebody write a comic.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like such a waste to have this good art, have this just, like, atrocious story and atrocious writing, and, like, the characters are just so far off from the way they would act. What Nick said, like, ain't ya? Like, at some point during the comic.
Yeah, so this is my favorite part of the comic that I have in the chat. It's like, yes, I do know. It seems like you could even kill our baby for your career. And then Judy just fucking slaps him.
Oh my god.
And
See,
that's been, like, memed on as well.
Oh god, so I saw this thing and I thought, like, I saw it spreading, so I thought this was like an actual comic, like a Zootopia comic. I didn't know the context of it. Paleo sent it to me as well, and I was just like, what the heck is this? I mean, is this a comic? Like, did something bad happen in the comics? Is Disney writing this? And then Paleo sends it to me, and like I read it while he's in the call, and I'm just like, I agree with Hirasashi completely. Like, they're not in character at all. I mean, there's some points where they bring up valid points where they're like, okay, I guess that would be kind of weird to be that small and give birth to something you don't know what's right.
You don't know what it's about to be.
Yeah, exactly. So I get, but then the whole way they talked and communicated, the dialogue was just not right. Okay, it was.
Nick said premeditated sin. I was like,
premeditated.
Who on this planet speaks in that manner? Who? Who?
Sort of my.
Oh my god. So, sorry to cut you off, but a super chat from Mr. No Name said, don't you agree this story should be the plot of Zootopia 2?
Excuse me, it says Zootopia 2?
Zootopia 2. There you go.
By the way, if you do have a super chat that's not relating to what we're talking about now, we will talk about it at the end of the podcast with Q&A.
Oh god!
I just saw it trending on
Zootopia should be them fighting street sharks, because that'd be interesting.
We really fish or birds in this universe yet.
Yeah.
I hate
or reptiles.
that my opinion of what Zootopia 2 should be coincides with what Race wants, because I want it just for story. I know Race wants it because he wants his character shipped hard as hell. Yeah. But like, I do think a sequel covering like interracial relationships would be. Yeah, interspecies. Excuse me. Yeah. I think that would be fascinating. Like, honestly, there's so much
did that in Madagascar.
There's so much hatred to go around when it comes to that topic. So I think
there's like, you can't date this race. That's wrong. It's like, wow.
Right. Yeah. I think they could make a really strong statement about it.
Called? Hotel Transylvania kind of already had that storyline. Sort of. They did that sort of cover.
Oh, did they? Huh.
Yeah, go the human versus with a ram.
Vampires.
We want to see a freaking goat get with a duck. All right, that's
yeah.
Oh my god!
Or like if this happens, it's gonna be a slippery slope though. Down to we're gonna marry next.
No, rock. It's like that episode of Dexter where the freaking monkey was making out with the duck, like Quackor and monkey making out.
Oh yeah, that Dexter short. Quackor and monkey.
Oh no!
Now all passionately like staring at each other. There you go. You give me money for that idea. Disney.
That was really good.
Well, all right. Anything else to say about the Zootopia abortion comic?
I like the Arby's.
Feeling Arby's right now, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's an edit where they're talking about Arby's.
Oh my! The last panel it just delivers so well.
There's so many great edits of this comic. It's great.
I enjoy this meme. I wouldn't mind seeing more. It'll probably get old in like a week though.
So if it gets old, you have to just make it better to test your ability, man.
Oh my god.
I know I already said it, but like I just gotta reiterate, like for real, how is this art so good with such a bad story? I just don't get it, man.
Zubortion 2.
Zubortion.
Oh my god, Mr. No Name, please.
What do you say?
Yeah, he said Zubortion.
Oh, that's what he said.
Oh my goodness.
That's great, Mr. No.
All right, we got 2 more things, and then we can go on to Q&A. Hey, we're actually covering everything in a decent amount of time.
Yeah.
All right. Next thing, let's talk about Detective Pikachu.
Oh,
I don't know. Jack diddly nothing about
Apparently, it's
that.
got. As I was like putting in images, it got a release date.
Oh snap!
It's coming out.
I thought this was a joke. This is
no,
real.
it's a real thing happening.
Real.
I
like,
legit thought this was just like,
oh,
internet. Like,
No, because Detective Pikachu is a game, but apparently they're making a live action adaptation in America.
oh my god.
And Ryan Reynolds is going to be the voice.
Deadpool as the voice of freaking Pikachu. That is
okay. Like if you look at like the Alvin the Chipmunk movies, they always had like celebrities voicing these things. So it's like I guess if Ryan Reynolds just makes Pika sounds, I guess that'll work.
But Detective Pikachu talks though.
Yeah, he
Like,
talks
what? Yeah.
What?
It's like that Pokemon movie where Pikachu's like, I just
Because just like there are certain games where Pokemon do talk, like the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games. The Pokemon talk in that. So I guess Pikachu talks in Detective Pikachu. But yeah, Ryan Reynolds is going to be Detective Pikachu, and it's going to release May 10th, 2019.
Wait,
I still can't believe we're getting a live-action adaptation of Detective Pikachu before like an even actual like live-action Pokemon movie.
I guess a live-action Pokemon movie would just be too ambitious, like a full like Ash storyline. That'd be too much.
While this is like has a focused story, I guess.
Yeah.
Like it's basically Sherlock.
When you say
CGI
in
or is it
Detective,
it's CGI live action.
in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games, when they speak, do you mean they speak like with little subtitles, like that like Pokemon episode? Are they like, "Hey, what's up, Charizard?" Like coming out of their mouth?
Yeah, yeah. People said they wanted Danny DeVito to be Pikachu, but apparently he was asked. I'm not sure if this is true or not, but he says, "I don't know what Pokemon is," and I find that fitting as a response.
I mean, like, it's one of those things where a bunch of people actually do one thing, and then it's just, I don't know what it is, but I feel like most of these celebrities, like freaking Trey Parker was in Despicable Me 3 because his kids like it or something like that. So it's just like, oh, if one of his family members like it, but he probably went to them and like, so you know what Pokemon is, kid? And it's like, that's something, you know, so.
That was a really good voice for him.
That was.
Oh yeah, I'm the Laura. I can't do it.
Charlie.
Oh wow, yeah, they legit talk.
Ah,
Interesting.
What are you looking at?
I was like, do they actually talk in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon? Like, say words? And I was like, oh, yeah. I thought you meant like it was gonna be like that Pokemon episode where they just had the subtitles.
No, it's not like that. They actually
come on, let's go.
There's a couple of specials. There's a couple of specials like that where it has like because it's like a kid that gets transferred into the mind of a Pokemon. He's like, oh no, I'm a Pokemon.
Yeah, because I remember watching that one Pokemon episode because it was like a new episode that I woke up to watch when they started speaking to each other with the subtitles.
When they got
this is groundbreaking.
That was great because like Bulbasaur got all drunk and aggressive.
Yeah.
Bulbasaur was a tsundere confirmed in that episode.
Pokemon came on at 6 a.m. in the morning.
It did. Dang.
Damn.
How did you
I
wake
woke
up for
to
that?
watch that. Yeah, how in the world?
Oh,
Pokemon
because I had to get up for school. That's
deal.
why.
No, I didn't have to get out to school quite that early, but it was just that Pokemon was.
I did because the bus came early.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dude, I walked to school, so my thing was just right there. So I just like it was a 5-minute walk.
All right. Anything else to say about Detective Pikachu?
If it's gonna be interesting, I'll say like I didn't think it was in live action, so there you go.
It's gonna be something. I'll watch it.
All right. Next, let's talk about something shitty. The YouTube Rewind.
Oh.
Oh God.
I heard the animators at the very end didn't get paid.
Yeah, that's what I'm
that
concerned
sucks.
about. Because like I saw Rebecca, what's her last name?
I forget.
Wait,
I know
she's
you're
the,
talking about.
I love something like Lovely Studio. She is such a great animator.
Let me explain. Studios, was that the name of her channel?
Yes, Let Me
Yeah.
Explain Studios.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She is
But-
so great.
Yeah, she
She's
had a
fun,
little
yeah.
animation at the end, as well as like a lot of other animators. I think the Odd Ones Out was on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, and
Mhm.
there was also another video that I showed Jax. I think Hero watched
32
it.
minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a 32-minute like explanation about what was going on with the shoot, not the animation, but like the actual shoot, because these people in the video aren't paid
Right.
to do this.
Yeah, they're just paid.
Exposure.
Yeah.
It's paid in exposure.
And I
then,
hope this
if you're-
blows up in YouTube's face to make them be like, oh,
Maybe we should pay people.
yeah,
No, it's
'Cause-
one of those things where you look at it because the girl was saying how if you're a big YouTuber, your scenes were relatively fast. Okay, so it's just like freaking Jake Paul and Logan Paul, they came in for like an hour, then left and stuff like that. And then
Yeah.
like the other ones that have like, it's so weird to think like, oh,
yeah.
I have
There's
a
like
million
special
subscribers,
treatment
but I'm
for
trying-
certain channels.
Exactly. Like if you're like the highlight of that year, like if you're the one who had like a big viral video that just shot up, then of course you're going to be the one who's like hey, I'm the the goat of this year or something like that. So is weird. It sucks though.
Yeah, I saw that like Philip DeFranco was in it, but like he was like shoveling in the video. I was like, man, this is ironically like appropriate.
Yeah, PewDiePie did a freaking thing on it as well.
Do what?
PewDiePie made a video on it as well, saying
Yeah,
like
I
he wasn't
saw
in
that.
it, like he wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder
he
why.
talked differently about it. He was talking, yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was talking differently about it. He was saying like, "Oh, I had fun with YouTube to rewind 2013, 14, 15, and stuff like that." And then
Why didn't he invite me? I wasn't gonna say the N-word this time.
Exactly.
Yeah. So YouTube, man, they've just been like screwing up so much lately, and like I've heard that like MCNs are like really upset with them right now too because of the demonetization. Because I recently had my Harold review demonetized, and then like it got demonetized again, and then I couldn't like request a review of it. So I talked to my contact at Frederator, and and then they talked to YouTube to get it remonetized, and they said that they've been having like a lot of like trouble with YouTube right now because they are just like going ham on everything.
Ugh.
So
for your channel, did they do this thing where when you got to remonetize, they unmonetized and said your video is not eligible for remonetization? Is that what it said, or was
no,
it just
it said
turn back to
like
yellow
it was like, yeah, I'm not able to request a review again.
They said for my month of Halloween stuff for some of them, so I was just like wondering if they got you with that too. So yeah, that makes no sense. Some things.
Yeah. So and recently they said like that they've increased their staff to 10,000 at YouTube. For what the CEO was talking about, Susan Wojcicki. But it's not for like it's to like keep checking videos or reviewing videos. There was recently a post here. I'll post it in the Discord chat. Of like what they're looking for in videos, and like the thing that gets me is that profanity is like very sort of like subjective of what somebody considers excessive profanity.
Well, I mean, like if they're singing that
Yeah.
freaking 10 Dirty Things Blink 182 song, that's like you don't want to hear that in public, I guess. So it's just like the
I mean, okay, a
All those
lot of my
words, like-
videos get demonetized, and I have them for review, and there are casual swear words, like not so much like it being, like angry video game nerd, just like casually
Yeah.
saying, "What the fuck."
Yeah.
And those get approved.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, see,
Yeah, but I started
toned
censoring
down.
myself a little bit now just to be safe, and they still get hit anyway.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny? I did an actual test on this where I did 2 video uploads where I just like one of them I just swore like I swore like everything like when I saw Dragon Ball Evolution for the first time. So I like just said every curse word I could think of, and then that one just got hit immediately. But then I did one where I just like said versions of the words, and that one didn't get hit until like 10 hours later. So it's one of those things. It's weird like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's something I found out is that if you have certain words in the title of your video, it's going to get hit. Anything that's like slightly negative, like if you say, because one video I had last month that got hit immediately was the 10 worst cartoons, the 10 worst animated films I've ever seen, and that got hit immediately before it was even uploaded.
Damn.
So like if something has like
You
worst,
can't say bad things.
yeah, if you have like worst or bad or something, just anything negative in the title of your video, for some reason it'll get hit.
You can't have an opinion.
Yeah.
YouTube's really messing up.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube sounds hard.
So support us all on Patreon. Oh wait,
Yes,
never.
support us
Oh
all.
no!
You can't. Nope.
Before they get
No.
fucked.
Buy me a coffee or something.
I can't use PayPal. Use Super Chat. Or use the Podbean patron thing that I just set up today. But yeah, any kind of support is appreciated.
Help us all out. They're all talented. I'm just sexy, so there. Use
Buy them
that.
some coffee.
Yeah.
You need to stay energized.
Cage coffee.
All right, are you guys ready to go to Q&A?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you want to ask us questions on Twitter, Twitter handles are right there. And if you want to give us a super chat, we'll answer it on the stream here. So super chats are very much appreciated. There was actually a super chat earlier that I didn't answer because it wasn't related to what we were talking about at the time. But from Birdman, says there is a gender bent episode of Johnny Test where he is attracted to a female version of himself. Is it incest or masturbation?
That's what it is. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, it's like Naruto with his sexy jutsu. All right, man. It's just like there's nothing wrong with that. Like if you were like your female version of yourself, like if there's a Rule 63 freaking version of yourself, you'd be like, likes everything I do. All right. What was that Austin Powers thing? Technically, it's not cheating when he went back in time and did himself.
Okay, so the definition
of us
of
will be
incest
virgins.
from Webster is sexual relations between people classified as being too closely related to marry each other. So I wouldn't say that you're too closely related to yourself. You're not even related to yourself. You are just yourself. So in that case, I would just say it's masturbation, I guess.
Yeah, the best type.
I gave you my 100% serious answer. There was no funny in there at all. That was just... I took that question 100% seriously.
Wow.
Which is funny looking back on it. Oh my goodness.
I remember Johnny Bravo sort of did the same thing with his own.
Bravo.
Oh yeah.
No, it was another episode where he kept going to different dimensions, and there was like a female him, but it was basically his same body but in a dress.
I can't remember that was the one with where Grey Delisle did the voice. I can't remember which one that was.
All right. I've got a question on Twitter here. It says, what game from the Game Awards are you happy didn't win?
Let me
PUBG.
go find that.
PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. It's an early access game. It shouldn't even been nominated for Game of the Year.
Let's see. Do they still have the? Yeah. Let's see here.
What was it?
That one? Probably. Yeah. Yeah. Probably have to go with that one. As I'm going through it, yeah, that one.
Oh, got a question from Soundboard, a super chat. Thank you very much. Would Pan like San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Ghostbuster Conan pop. And I'll be sending you more games and things to you, Paleo. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I'll
Man,
take any Conan merchandise. Yeah.
nice. All right,
I
question
mean, I
from
do have ones from like the 3 past years of Conan O'Brien when I went to see a show in Comic-Con.
Question from Daily
Interesting.
818 on Twitter. A follow-up question from episode 59 regarding where to upload content. But what are your opinions on VidMe shutting down December 14th?
Oh
Rip.
boy.
Yeah. They just couldn't. They really didn't. I guess monetize their site enough. They couldn't do it, and now YouTube is even more of a monster because there's like barely anywhere to go. I mean, who's gonna go to Dailymotion? The only thing I go to Dailymotion
Dude,
for
I tried.
the only thing I go to Dailymotion for are like cartoons uploaded.
Yeah.
Right, that I
Yeah,
can't find
exactly.
elsewhere correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Mirth Mauser for Pan Pizza, did you enjoy the snow Friday?
Oh yeah, because it snowed where I live. Me and Nesca here, we're in the most southern point of Texas, basically, and it snowed once since like 2005 here.
Yeah.
Huh.
Damn.
It snowed here too.
Yeah,
It,
it was
it
magical.
didn't stay at all.
No, it did not.
Yeah,
It was only here for a day, and then it was gone.
yeah. Like by the time it hit like 3 p.m., all the snow melted.
Wixo Melody asks, question, did you hear that the Facebook page for the Nine Scientists made a post hinting a sequel? Talking
Oh
about
yeah,
the film Nine from 2009.
yeah. Okay, so apparently I found out there's a whole active Facebook for the movie Nine, and it's like the scientist himself role playing as the scientist from that movie.
Huh.
And there's all this detail. Like I know there's a video explaining it, and it surprised me at how many Nine fans there are.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Really? People like that movie that much?
Yeah, there's a
Uh,
fandom for Nine.
There's a
got
fan of
the,
everything, I guess.
There is a fandom for everything.
Yeah, I've got the Blu-ray of it right here. Nine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blu-rays, those are so 2014. We're on,
We have
I don't know.
We're on HD Blu-rays now.
Blu-rays are
pirate-
HD.
There's like 14K
Exactly.
or whatever.
4K.
4K now movies.
Yeah. Like now 1080p's are obsolete. We need everything at 4K resolution.
Until we go to 8K.
Yeah, just keep going.
And then
until we have
24K.
No TV needs that many pixels.
No, we do. Yes, we need that.
I'll invent it one day.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Before we get to holograms, of course.
Hunter Garris asks, not sure if you're a big PlayStation gamer, but what are your thoughts on medieval announcements? Or yeah, they're doing a remake of a medieval, which Jax, you are probably
That guy
yeah.
likes some.
I love that
He wants it.
I like that. I like medieval. Like that was such a fun game to me when I was a kid, just taking your arm off and just hitting people with it. Like I that game was just so much fun to me. So if it's a remake or remastered version of that, I think that's cool. Honestly, I honestly look forward to playing that game again.
All right, are you guys getting any questions
Yeah, let me see.
on your Twitter? Well, I post.
Okay, here we go.
Answering questions.
What is everyone's favorite Spider-Man or woman that they want to become or date? Stay away from my waifu, Spider-Gwen. I'll kill Monson.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't date Spider-Gwen.
I'll hold him off so you can do that. Okay, well, I'll go with OG Peter Parker for me. He's my favorite. Like, I mean,
I
Miles.
guess mine too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, whenever I think Peter Parker's voice, I either think Tobey Maguire or the '90s Spider-Man cartoon, or the video game on
Christopher Daniel
PS1.
Barnes. Oh yeah, the dude from PS1 who was the voice in Spider-Man Unlimited.
Yeah.
I love the PS1 game. Or Josh Keaton is great as well.
I mean, the voice of Venom in the PS1 Spider-Man, I feel that's the definitive Venom voice for me. He's also the voice of
web. Surf the web.
yeah, he's the voice of Cosmo in Fairly Odd Parents. Also,
Really?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is. He is. He
of
really
all the
is. That's
people,
so...
Cosmo from Fairly Odd Parents is the best voice for Venom.
Nice.
great. He like does this such a great voice, like, "Oh, do you think we can get Captain America's autograph?" Stuff like that. It's just funny.
I have
Oh,
I have a question here.
You do?
From Digital Arrow. He said, "When do you think One Piece is going to end?" Well,
Never.
let's see. One Piece started in 1997, and it was, I think, 4 years ago now that the creator said he's approximately halfway done.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
So that means it's going on for another 12 years, if what he said is true.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is the guy has like, because what happened, I mean, it's a bit of a sad story, but there was a kid who was dying of like a illness, and he would like really love One Piece, and he wanted to know like the ending of One Piece, and apparently Oda has like the whole thing planned out. He's just like, I have all these middle stories in the way, but I know how it ends and stuff like that. So he went in this room and told the kid who, you know, passed away and stuff like that, the ending. So I guess it's one of those things where I'm not trying to make a joke on the situation. It's just like, I guess that kid really had to, you know, go, because if he like was like, oh yeah, I'm good, I know the ending and stuff like this.
Did the creator of One Piece just sit there and like, okay, I told you, now I'm waiting for you to die?
I see, that's what I don't want to joke about, because it's like a kid died.
Or like,
but it's one of
remember
those
in
things, like,
a couple years ago when The Force Awakens came out, and they had the kid watch The Force Awakens.
yeah. It's just like, oh. There you go.
You know what sucks about that though is the fact that like it ends on a cliffhanger. Like
it really does.
Oh. No.
You need to tell the kid like the whole story, but the thing is, they don't know the whole story. Like I think they probably make it up as they go. Like, so this is the first part, and this is the well, we'll figure it out when we get there.
And the thing is, they couldn't predict Carrie Fisher dying, so
yeah,
they might have had like more roles for her.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, and it's like one of those things. Like if you watch the original, like, oh god, I know people hate them, like the prequels. If you were dying and like saw the prequels, it's just like, you know, well, Anakin's eventually going to be Darth Vader. You just don't know how he gets there, but you know.
Well, spoilers.
Shut the hell.
I have another question here from Wanderer. Said, what's your favorite indie game? Mine is I Want to Be Human. It's basically a Mega Man with Jonan Vasquez type art style. He's the Invader Zim guy, right?
Yeah.
Right.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah. I haven't heard of that either. That's interesting.
Never heard of it.
My favorite. It's funny because it's another Mega Man game. Is if you ever played Rosenquist Freudenstachel, it's really fun. I like. Man, don't I tried my best to like not like make anything big of a name because it's ridiculous sounding. But yeah, it's basically Anime Girl Mega Man, but it's really well done. So
for indie game, I guess
type it into the chat.
Cuphead and Alien Hominid, since they're basically the same. Like,
I do really love Cuphead. Cuphead's like getting high up there on my rank.
Right.
But I also really love Shovel Knight and Cave Story.
Oh, Cave Story is so good. All these games are so good. Yeah,
as far as indie games go.
Right.
I do have a super chat here that I have from Kuro Komori. How would you guys fix YouTube for creators like you?
Go back to
make them stop demonetizing stuff.
Okay,
well, you know, here's this is what I would honestly say. They have this algorithm of where you have to consistently upload certain things. So like people who are genuinely talented, like animators, stuff like that, which takes a tremendous time to animate something, they don't get as much like love as someone like Jake Paul, who just like, oh, I upload every single day. So I would fix that algorithm to like more talent stuff. Like, and they highlight celebrities and shows like that.
Yeah,
that to me
really just kick celebrities off YouTube.
I wouldn't go that far because it is fun to watch some celebrities, but it's one of those things like YouTube is about, you know, content creators, just like us kids, you know, doing something whatsoever. Like, well, when we were kids, like
kids, you're 26 years old.
Gee, man. Remember when YouTube started and we were like 15 and we had to lie about our age to watch age-restricted videos, man? It's just so great.
I know, right? But now I was like, no, now I don't have to lie about my age at all. I'm about
now I have to scroll down to get to the
I hate that.
I remember like I was looking up, like I was going on DeviantArt to look up some smut, and I was like, please input your age. And there came a sudden realization where I'm like, I don't have to lie about my age anymore.
Exactly. It's so true. Like, you don't have to lie about your age anymore. It's just like, wow, I am probably 10 years past 18 now. But yeah, that's what I would honestly do. Just make it more focused on the creators and their stuff, and like give more props to people who do it. Like those people who do the stop motion fight scenes, that to me is absolutely incredible. And I cannot fathom the time it takes to do that, just watching stop motion, like making them do this fascinating stuff. So just that's what I would say.
Mm-hmm. I also like, I feel like, if let's say the last 3 videos you submitted for approval for demonetization, if they were all approved, chances are the 4th one is going to get approved too. So just like, have some trust with the
users. Like have a whitelist where like if
exactly.
it just whitelists a channel, like it's like if like a channel consistently is like, oh, there's nothing wrong with these videos, just whitelist the channel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Good boy points.
Yeah, good boy points. That's what we'll call it. Good boy points.
Yeah, be a good noodle. YouTube needs some verification, so you need to do the noodle dance on camera.
Well,
I ain't gonna.
I mean, you're not some weirdo.
Here's an interesting
like
question.
in a Elsa costume or whatever.
No.
Here's an interesting question. Do you have any favorite Xmas specials, whether they be legitimately good or you consider them as a guilty pleasure? So it's funny because
they're definitely not good.
I'm actually
the other reindeer.
Yeah.
All of the other reindeer.
Olive.
Cartoon Network is just like, no, did you hear it? Olive, the other reindeer. Oh, okay, but you're a dog.
Something about that part legit when I was little, I like got killed during that part. I was like on the floor laughing for like 3 minutes. I don't know why. It's so funny to me when I was little.
Scared me when I was little.
Yeah, he was voiced by Hank Azaria, the voice of Simpson.
I don't know, that mailman was creepy to me.
Oh, from Olive?
The mailman was creepy.
Yeah, so it's funny that that's asked because I'm actually working on a video for Saber right now, for the top 10 Christmas specials or Christmas cartoons, and one of them in there, I guess this is a bit of a spoiler for it, but it's not number 1, is the Invader Zim Christmas special. I just really like it because of like just the end where it's like, oh, Earth is just screwed now. And just the robot Santa comes down to get like the milk and cookies.
Bow down to the power of Santa. You know what? I would go with a good one, but okay, I'll say this. All right, so this is a Christmas special. Me and my high school friends watch every single year. It is. I will never say like this is a great film in no regard, but I freaking love this film. I know the songs for it, but freaking 8 Crazy Nights. I don't know what it is. Like that movie is. I will openly admit it's not a good movie whatsoever, but I love the music. I love the songs, and I think it's just because I love the Iron Giant so much, and it's drawn like the Iron Giant. I think that's one of the reasons. I'll watch that movie every Christmas.
I can't miss the movie anymore because like the director of that movie and I are kind of acquaintances on Twitter, and he's stockpiling the Kingdom Hearts pilot because he was the storyboard artist or the writer on that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fast.
What was it? The Hey Arnold Christmas special is still straight up my favorite, though.
Yeah, that's also on the list.
It is so good. And I can't help but get choked up every single time. How did they tell such a good story? I don't understand.
That's what they.
Hey Arnold's too good for this world, boy. Like.
Yeah.
I also really enjoyed the.
Were they for Hey Arnold? Are they gonna make another season? Because the Jungle movie seems like it kind of ended on like a, like a.
It was very open ended the way it ended.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it could, but I'm not sure if it will because the ratings weren't as good as they wanted them to be.
Well, I mean, kids today aren't going to know about Hey Arnold, or they're not attached to the whole.
Kids these days, they don't know.
Nostalgia works because it's bringing back something you liked that you can't have anymore. So it's like, hey, here's something, and here you go. Oh, you like that? Well, you can have it again. Like you were satisfied. Actually, to bring up Double Toast again, Martin Thomas brought up a very valid point about this earlier and something like we're getting stuff like in Jurassic Park and then like having a Star Wars movie every single year now. So it's like did with what you gave me, and it was like a good send off. Like, wow, I missed that, and you came back and did a great job. So now you're just oversaturating what I love. So I wouldn't want Hey Arnold to go down a path where it comes back and then it's just like a bunch of seasons of random stuff, and it's just like, oh, Harold's getting into trouble again with his underwear. What's he gonna do now? And it's just I don't want them to flanderize characters in that show. Like that's just what I don't want that. I don't want Curly to become like, oh, I'm so insane now that it's just that's what my fear for that
Curly
show
was the school shooter of the show.
Yes,
yeah, he was. He really was.
When he locked himself up in those dodgeballs were actually bullets. So
he was already a nutter butter because he like pulled the fire alarm and everyone was like, I did it. I did it. I'll do it again.
Mariette's an alcoholic, smoothies my ass, whatever.
All right. Got a couple more super chats here from Kuro. Who's excited for the Teen Titans Go marathon?
Yay!
I guess Pan.
Yeah, Pan is.
How long is it, like 2 days or what?
Yeah, and also from Bimblor, this isn't really a question, but they say there's a weird Christmas movie Cartoon Network showed one year. Oh, they just donated again. Thank you. Because they couldn't fit it all in one. Showed one year because I can't find about a man and an angel.
There was a Christmas movie Cartoon Network showed one year. I can't find about a man and an angel.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I remember this one called Santa Brothers, about Santa and his brothers going to like San Diego or Santa Monica.
Are you talking about Arthur Christmas?
No, it was just this was before, and it was like a TV special in CGI.
I think he's talking about something that Yeah,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But I don't know that angel one about. Never heard of that one.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Damn.
I feel bad. Now I want to help him, but I don't know.
Was it 2D or CGI? Or was it like a live action film?
Yeah, just let us know in the chat. You don't have to donate to like it says only once.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know. It's got me stumped.
The mystery continues.
That reminds me. There's one there's one Deck the Halls remix that I really like listening to, but I don't know like exactly what it's called, and I can't freaking find it ever. But every Christmas I'm just reminded, like, oh, I want to hear that one. It's like it takes one note and it just like lowers it a half step, and it sounds really cool and like minor, and I love it. But
they said it's 2D, by the way.
Oh, I got a good question though for the chat. They said it ended at 3 seasons. Would you think it should have been longer or that it was perfect?
What ended at 3 seasons?
SpongeBob. If SpongeBob had ended at 3 seasons,
like 3 seasons than the movie?
It just says if SpongeBob had ended at 3 seasons, would you think it should have been longer or that was perfect?
Well, I mean, if anything was canceled, we all think like, yeah, we need more episodes of that.
Yeah.
You know?
The first 3 seasons of SpongeBob are like so perfect.
Right.
Yeah. Like season 4 is all right, but it's like nowhere near the quality of the first 3.
Like to me, I can pinpoint. I was talking to a friend about this the other day. Like to me, I pinpointed when SpongeBob just became like crap to me. It was that Atlantis episode where they went
and
down.
That was in season 4, I believe.
I love the episode like before that. It was like, oh, I smoothed out the edges of my personality, and now I'm utterly normal. I like that episode. Like that was, it was a fun episode to read.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Let's see here. Oh, no, not that one. I'm just going through them now. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, Gumball asks, do you think there's a way to contact the people running the Annie nominees? I almost said anime nominees. The Annie the Annie Awards nominees and tell them how stupid most of their choices were.
I'm sure they already know that. You know,
I'm sure
Yeah,
people
like
have told them.
they were
Yes.
blown up on Twitter after they had announced it. So I'm not sure like what they're gonna do. They're probably just gonna stick with what they're talking about.
I mean, you can't. Can you just change nominations after you've nominated things? I don't think you. I mean,
God
maybe
damn
you
that
can.
Mr. Peanut Butter ruining all the Annie stuff, ruining
Who's that dog?
Ooh, Ellie asked on Twitter, thoughts on the new Pokemon series coming in 2018 with a new design. Again, because they had a new design for
How many designs they about to have?
because they had a new design for the Sun and Moon series, which would look different, and this looks different too. But I do like the way it looks.
What, Ash with the Sephiroth hair, whatever. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this looks really nice. Actually, goodness gracious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think this is a new
Is he
thing they're
still
doing,
10?
where they're having like a new style each season, which at least that differentiates a little bit.
The animators are probably like, "I hate you," but
Or do they do like a different studio each season? I don't know.
yeah, this looks actually outstanding. Very nice.
Yeah, it does look interesting. I mean, like, well, like me and Hirsashi were talking like a couple weeks ago about how like the Pokemon fight scenes are just like so insane.
They're getting
comparatively.
ridiculous. They're just becoming a shonen anime now.
Like Pikachu had this freaking Kamehameha One Punch
Right.
Man attack.
Because it's like, ah! It's like, what? It's like, oh my god.
All right, we'll go on until 11 here, and then we'll stop.
Okay, cool.
Dilly18 asks, with the reward having your name in the credits or a description of every episode of the Podbean patron thing, would you also add the names who do super chats in the live stream? The difference between that is that the super chats are like a one-time thing. The Podbean patron thing is like more like a monthly thing, like Patreon is. So that's why I have a reward for that.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I just got
Stu Guy asks, do you have any faith for the day, December 15th, the FCC day? I better, it's my birthday.
let's not think about those things.
It's one of those things where I'm just like, I like, I have this thing where I just try to like ignore stuff, like be naive and just like, I'm just going on my day, like pretending it didn't happen. I already did my call and did all that stuff. So I just have my faith. Cause I feel like if something like most other people would just gang up and go, all right, no, this is how we fix it right now. So it's just like, I did my part. I'm just rolling with the flow now. Just
Yeah, seeing where the chips fall.
It sucks. That's my answer. Yeah. It sucks.
Why does it have to happen on my birthday?
birthday's
Maybe
the
if
same
you wish
day my
hard
dog
enough.
gets his thing.
Soundboard also mentioned in the chat, you don't have to do a super chat to correct me. Says, I do still appreciate it though.
Yeah, he's helping you.
Yeah.
It's like that guy with Hirsashi.
Bite the hand that feeds you.
Yeah, it's always appreciated. Yeah, the new animation is just for the 2018 movie. Oh, okay. So it's just for the 2018 movie. All right. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Mako Wacko asks, "Who's your favorite?"
That's an outstanding name.
Who's your favorite animator on YouTube?
Animator,
Katzen right now.
Animator.
Some 17-year-old girl.
Harry Partridge never uploads anymore, so let me think.
Yeah, he's dead, possibly for all we know.
Yeah. Let me see. Animator right now. Like quality animation or just like stories they tell. Like stuff they like, I put like
let's say the animation, not the story so much.
Yeah,
okay, I'll go Mike.
The story ones are like the animation vloggers where they're like animate a vlog sort of.
Okay, then for me it's Mike NL, the guy who does that Adventure Time. You know why? So yeah, I mean, like the thing is that guy. God bless his smutty brain, but he is so talented at what he did. Like he made a video game. Like I don't know how
he made that Adventure Time fan game, which I played and it's actually competent.
Is that the pornographic one?
Yeah, though. it's sort of like censored a little bit, but yeah, there's a way to uncensor it.
Things I don't even know exist. Okay.
Yeah. Also, something that Soundboard asked earlier on Twitter. Thoughts on Craig of the Creek?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a new Cartoon Network pilot.
Oh.
I thought
Yeah.
it looked okay. I don't feel it has its own voice yet. It kind of feels
Yeah.
a little too close to Clarence.
Yeah. Somebody mentioned, I think it was actually on your podcast, Pan, like a mix between Clarence and Recess.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
What was it?
What about the other pilot?
Oh, no, thank you. The Summer Camp Island.
Yeah, Summer Camp Island. Looks so
No.
weird.
That looks weird.
What was it? I don't really have much faith in these pilots that come on Cartoon Network because I've seen some neat ones and I'm like, oh, that'd be cool if that became a show, but they never do. Like ever. It's really bizarre. That Welcome to My Life one with the monster, and when it was just like a guy just straight up talking. Like there was no voice acting at all. It was just he was
like an
talking as this
interview,
monster.
like a
Yeah,
mock interview with a creature.
Right, I love that. It's probably my favorite one they've done. There's no way that's gonna get picked up by Cartoon Network at all.
It was
But
like a fun little show, but I don't know if it'd be a series.
right, but I would love it. If
You know
it
what's
did, though.
I just remembered. As far as like going back to the previous question about favorite animator, I was just thinking like, who do I like? Like I always watch when they upload, and I was thinking, oh yeah, Max, Hot Diggity Demon. I really like it.
There you go. Yeah.
the thing with me, like the Cartoon Network show, I prefer. I remember back in the early 2000s when Adult Swim used to have like all these like pilots, like Saddle Rash.
Yeah,
and,
I miss that.
All these things. Yeah, I miss when they used to do. And then there was like what was it? No, that Bag Boy was on Cartoon Network, and then there was a freaking the one with the 4 kids who were dorks and they were fighting over a Boba Fett action figure.
Welcome to Eltonville. I love that one.
Yeah,
that
was
right
a
there.
cool
So
one.
like that was a cool one. Like there are tons of shows on Adult Swim that I was like, oh my god, I would have loved to see that become a show, but no,
And
they never
Corn
got
Dog.
picked up. There you go. Stuff like that.
yeah. Christina asked on Twitter, have you played or heard of Doki Doki Literature Club? If
Oh my
so,
god,
what
it
do you
just
think?
sold.
If not, have you considered playing it?
It just sold over 1 million copies. I think yesterday.
Wait, it's sold?
I mean, downloaded. People have downloaded it a million
Downloaded?
times.
Yeah, because it's a free to play game.
It's free.
But like, I think you buy the DLC or something.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's a visual novel, which means I should be playing it because I love VNs a lot.
You
but,
mean a
like,
dating sim?
No, a visual novel.
No, a dating sim. Okay.
You
If
mean
you-
a dating sim.
If you want a dating sim, you should go play Love Plus for the 3DS.
Okay.
Yes, that is a
Yeah.
dating sim.
Oh yeah, I saw somebody mention in the chat about yeah, Soundboard mentioned it. 12 Forever coming to Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the guy that looks like me doesn't look like me anymore.
Oh.
Well, he might. You don't know that.
Yeah.
He might like that. Might just be for the promotional art. He might have glasses in the show.
You didn't actually say anything about Doki Doki Literature Club. You just let me say it.
Yeah, because I have no
Downloaded
idea anything about it.
Oh, okay.
Mark Bowser asks, you said you like Max G. What do you think of his Cuphead animation? I thought it was funny.
It was fun.
That was funny.
I enjoyed it. Max Gillardy.
Hot diggity.
Have you ever played a VN ever, Paleo?
Nope.
You don't like reading?
No, I would probably play one. It's just like I know how much time they take up.
But you don't want to play a 70-hour-long book? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, and if I'm gonna play something that long, I was like, I'm gonna play an RPG, not a VN.
Man. Alright, that's fair. I'm still reading my one VN right now. Well, I'm on, I think this is like my 9th VN I'm reading right now. 9th or 10th, I can't remember. So,
All right.
I'm running out of VNs to play in English, so it sucks. I have to use the stupid language that I don't like using.
All right, I think I'm gonna use this for the last question, unless there's any more super chats.
You say stupid chats?
I said super chats.
It sounds like it's a stupid
Yeah, it sounded like you said stupid shit.
I didn't say that.
And now you know how I felt on that dang panel when you wouldn't let me say that one word.
Ellie asked, do you think the Simpsons will end on the 30th season? They're in the 29th season right now.
Oh my god.
Is that why Matt Groening? Is that why Matt Groening's making a new show for? Is he making a new show?
Oh yeah, he's making a new show on Netflix, but he's made Futurama. He didn't stop The Simpsons
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's when the Simpsons were like going on as long as it has now. Because at that point, the Simpsons was like on its 10th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I think the way you tell is just like it started in 1989, so you just like go season 1, season 2, season 3. So you just like, see, there you go.
Yeah. So, yeah, I thought it was going to end at 20, but nope.
Thought it was gonna end at the movie. Remember those days?
Yeah.
Have the movie.
All right, guys. You ready to close it out?
Yeah. I'm
I was
tired.
born ready.
Yeah.
That's what you should say at the beginning of the podcast and not the end. Okay.
Yeah. So
Life is a circle.
you can check out everybody's channels. Jax does his stuff. Pan does his stuff. Oh, also, Pan, you're going to be at a convention next year, right?
MomoCon.
Yeah.
Oh, aren't you trying to go to that?
Yeah, me and Saber are going to try to go to that as well, because we can just drive down there. So.
See, it's weird because the rhythm game people go there every year, but by that time we'll have around one, so it's like, do I need to? But at the same time, it'd be cool to go to a con.
Yeah, a con that's not a pony con.
That is not a pony con,
Yeah.
right?
Body cons.
Been to a lot of those, not nearly as much as Twin Saber though. Oh my god.
Yeah. All right. So we'll see you guys next time. Well, probably not going to be a podcast in the next couple of weeks because next couple of weeks is Christmas. Like it literally lands on Christmas.
Literally on Christmas, yes.
Yeah. So the next podcast date lands on Christmas. So I'm probably not going to do a podcast that day. So we'll figure out what we're gonna do. We'll probably have the actually in the thing the week after. Me and Hero are going to be up in Virginia visiting Saber, so it won't be that week either. So probably next week. So
I'll be there.
It'll be about.
Are you gonna go?
Because I figured like I'm not gonna do anything on my birthday anyways, besides just get fried chicken and veg out on Netflix. So I'd like to see you guys again. So yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah, and we can get you a cookout milkshake and see what a real
Oh my
milkshake
gosh,
is
get
I
like.
want a
Cookout.
milkshake as thick as a dragon made.
Yeah,
There we go.
This
that
is
milkshake's
thicker
gonna
than
be
a
thick.
dragon made.
All right, say bye, everybody.
Bye!
Bye.
Wait, I didn't do it. Bye.
Bye! There you go.
Freaking Lucky Star thing. All right, bye, everybody.